Today on the Project Nomad, we are working on the LX470 today, and we are doing a CV axle replacement because, if you can see, there's no boot on this CV. So that is what we're doing today, replacing the front CV axle on the LX470. So I took off the wheel right now, and we are now looking inside. You can see right there the CV boot is missing on the CV axle, at least the inside one, and it's thrown all the grease out. We didn't notice this for a while, so all this grease is basically just caked on with dirt. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean this up in a bit, but first things first, what we're gonna do is take off the CV axle. So that requires removing the locking tab in here, so I'm just gonna punch this out, this dust cover, and all you need to do is get basically a chisel and a mallet, and you can pry it open ever so slightly by working around the edges. So yeah, let me do that really quick. But I'm gonna try a trick that I saw someone do to get this CV axle out easily, so I'll explain that in a second. The trick is basically taking the entire spindle assembly and basically yanking it, using it as a lever to pull the CV out of the actual diff. And in order for me to use this entire assembly to yank the CV out, I need to remove a bunch of this hardware off of the spindle so it moves more freely. So I think it's just this and maybe this, and I think we're good to go on removing the entire spindle. But I'm also gonna have to remove the upper control arm from the spindle, so it's just me removing this, and hopefully I can do that without damaging the boot even more, because I don't feel like replacing the upper ball joint at this moment. That's the whole goal that I think I'm going to do right now. I just removed everything here in the hopes that this is good enough for me to just use the spindle to pop out. So I'm gonna give it a try and see if it works. Oh my God, it's still stuck in there. So you saw me rip out most of the CV. It seems like the inner portion is still stuck, so I'm gonna get underneath and actually get a pry bar and try and pry it out. Okay, I basically was able to pry the thing out by using both a smaller pry bar and an air hammer at the same time, brute forcing it out. I basically pried off the C-clip. It is leaking diff fluid at the moment, and that's why there's a rag inside. Here's basically what the broken down CV looks like. Yeah, I kind of marred up the entire section just so that I can get the CV out. The C-clip's right here, but I pried it out. It came out with it. But yeah, I don't think I can reuse the CV. At least I really shouldn't use the CV again. Out of the box, out of the bag, here is the new CV. It already has the C-clip in, and I think I should be able just to shove this into the diff as is. All boots are ready to go, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that right now. So let me clear up the underside really quick so I can get everything in position and shove this thing in there. I think we're in. Yeah, I'm in. Cool. Whew, okay. So I got the CV axle in, it's splined up, and it stopped leaking for the most part, so I'm hoping the seal's still good in there. Now I'm just gonna insert this into the spindle, but I'm gonna take a sec. Getting the original CV out was actually pretty hard, so I'm gonna take a sec. So I just put some fresh grease onto the splines and the shaft right here, so that when I insert it, it isn't bone dry and it's not using some of the old grease on the back end. But I'm just gonna spread it around and just get it into the grooves and the rest of the shaft, so at least it has some lubrication when it's going in. I'm just using general all-purpose grease. I am gonna have to clean up the rotor because I got some of it on. I'm just gonna get it to try and comply. So it's the next day, and I had a wild time from the last shot to now. I basically had to, if you can see everything, get everything put back together, but getting the CV axle into the spindle setup was a no-go with the actual spindle still attached to the lower control arm. I basically had to remove everything off of this to actually get the CV axle to get back in. Normally it's not that hard of a job, but for some reason we couldn't get the CV axle to actually insert itself inside the spindle setup. So we basically took off everything at that point. One part was the lower ball joint wouldn't release from the spindle, so we ended up having to smack out the lower ball joint and get a new lower ball joint last night. And the way that I had to install the lower ball joint, I basically had to remove that boot and get it pressed in so I didn't damage the boot. But I did one of the worst things you could possibly do. I rushed and forgot step number 2 while getting everything put back together after I got the CV axle to line up with the spindle. And that was, I forgot to put the boot back on after we had installed the lower ball joint. And I only found that out after I had basically put everything together. So you see all the bolts being basically on. I basically had everything done. I had all my tools packed away and I was ready to be done. But then in the cart, as I was rolling it back, I saw the boot of the lower ball joint there. So I had to basically spend another hour to take apart this entire assembly so that I can put the lower control arm, the lower ball joint boot right here back on. So I took everything off and spent another hour putting everything back on by myself. By the time I was done, it was 11 p.m. and it was really dark and I was really tired at that point. But basically everything here is done at this point. I just need to actually torque everything down to spec. So that is upper ball joint, lower ball joint, caliper bolts, steering knuckle bolts, tie rod bolt or ball joint, and then make sure all the ABS/brake lines are all tight. And that's it. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna film that portion either. But yeah, I am basically just done with it. I'm basically just done with this entire assembly. And it makes me realize having a snapped CV or snapping a CV for a 100 series Land Cruiser on trail is a nightmare to replace, especially if you can't get the CV out. But at this point, I think I am done. I'm just gonna torque everything down. This is the end of the video, and honestly, if you guys liked watching me, and I know I apologize for not showing me suffer last night, but if you guys honestly like watching this type of video and just seeing me work on a rig personally, I appreciate you guys. And if you guys would like to like and comment down below, I'd actually get more feedback. But honestly, if you guys just subscribe to my channel, I appreciate that greatly. So until next time, be safe and tread lightly.